What's up, YouTube? This is your girl Shanita C on Shanita C TV, and in today's episode, we will be making lasagna. Look at that lasagna, though. Let's talk about it, okay? As you guys can see, these are the ingredients that I will be using to make my lasagna, okay? This was the best lasagna that I've ever made with those simple ingredients as listed on the screen right now. That is all you guys need. Do you hear me? Okay, man, bomb. So if you guys are interested to see how I achieved this dish, then without further ado, stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's jump into this video. Alrighty, so you want to just go ahead and start out with some oil of your choosing. In this case, I am using avocado oil, and I decided to use Italian ground sausage as well as ground beef to make this lasagna. And then at the last minute, I also decided to add some pepperoni, which you guys will see towards the end of this video. But yes, you go ahead and use the meat of your choice. Again, in this video, you guys will see me using Italian ground sausage and a ground beef. And yes, you just want to crumble up that Italian sausage, okay? Why nobody never told me how good Italian sausage is? Like, I ended up separating and draining the Italian sausage. I didn't want to cook it with the ground beef. I know some people do that. But because I know that Italian sausage has its own seasoning and spices in it, I didn't want it to be salty, so I did crumble up the ground beef separately, okay? So before you start on your ground beef, you also want to go ahead and saute your vegetables. I use fresh garlic, okay? Garlic cloves, bell peppers, onions. It was so good. It had my entire house smelling amazing. Do you hear me? Like, oh my God, okay? So yes, just want to saute those just a little bit until they become translucent, and then we'll just go ahead and add our ground beef in and cook that accordingly. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to lightly season our vegetables. Again, when it comes to making a layered dish such as lasagna, you want to make sure every portion or every layer of the dish is seasoned well, because you just want to taste a layer of flavors, like those layers of flavors in this dish, okay? So lightly, not heavily, but lightly season your vegetables. I mean, if you guys like a lot of seasonings, and hey, do you? But I prefer lightly seasoning my vegetables, okay? Stay tuned. Okay, so now we are adding in our ground beef, and you just want to go ahead and start mashing that up to break up the ground beef itself. And you want to just incorporate both the vegetables and the ground beef. Yes, you guys have seen me do this probably countless times by now when it comes to ground beef, okay? So yes, just stay tuned, okay? Okay, so in this next scene, our ground beef will be fully cooked, and I am going to go ahead and drain this ground beef off camera. But yes, for those big chunks of ground beef that weren't able to be broken down, We are now going to go ahead and break it down a little bit further into more finer pieces. We are one step away from creating this beautiful, beautiful meaty sauce. Just stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and season our ground beef. I used the same typical seasonings that you guys are probably already familiar with me using if you guys have been tuning into my channel lately. And I did insert those seasonings earlier on in the clip. So yes, we want to just make sure every part of this dish is seasoned. So yes, 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 stay tuned. So after our seasonings have been inserted into the meat, you want to go ahead and combine everything, and also taste your food along the way to make sure if you need to add more seasoning in. And that's what you guys have seen me do and are seeing me doing. Yes, so I decided that I needed a little bit more seasoning salt added in, and after I added that little bit more, it was so perfect. Oh my god, it was really, really, really good. So yeah, season your food accordingly, but also make sure you taste your dishes along the way, so that you won't wait until the last final part of the dish to then add seasoning. Just go ahead and do taste tests along the way. But yes, stay tuned. All right, so now that we have our ground beef seasoned to perfection, we're gonna go ahead and combine the Italian sausage as well as the ground beef together to get them, combined up all the way. And then from there, we will be adding in our sauce. Okay, now this is the only time that you guys will see me using jar sauce. If you guys have seen in my previous spaghetti video, the sauce that I will be using today, I did mention it in that video, and I will post a link to that video if you guys want to check it out. But this is the sauce that I was referring to, and this is the only time that you guys will see me using jar sauce. Okay, and it's definitely not no Prego or no ragu, because who does that? Okay, but this sauce, and I don't even know how to pronounce the name, so I'm not gonna even try to pronounce it, but it's really, really good, and it's made with all fresh ingredients, literally like a handful of ingredients. Plum tomatoes, should I say, oregano, salt, pepper, olive oil. That's literally what it consists of, and it's really, really good. Like, I get it from Walmart, so you guys can check it out at Walmart. Again, if you guys want to see a picture of it, it is in one of my earlier clips of this video, the one where I did the introduction letting you guys know what ingredients I will be using. But yes, this sauce is really, really good. Again, this is the only time that you guys will see me use jar sauce, and this is the only type of jar sauce that I will use. Yes, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning into this dish. Now, you guys will also see me use it later on in the video when I am doing my layers for the lasagna. Also, you guys will see me use it in this next scene to help flavor and season my ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese is very bland, okay? And you just want to make sure you season it so that whatever dish that you are combining it to or in, that it will have some flavor. Okay, so you guys do see that I did use an egg to mix in with my ricotta cheese, also the Italian seasoning. And as I continue on mixing up the ricotta cheese with the egg, you guys will also see me add in a little bit of garlic powder, just to add a little bit more seasoning. And you guys want to stir and combine this ricotta cheese and egg until it's just really, really smooth. And yes, at that point, you'll be able to spread it on the noodles, as you guys will see later on. So just stay tuned, okay? We are almost there. Stay tuned. Okay, so now that we have our ricotta cheese mixed up, we are now going to start the layering process for the lasagna. Now, this part is debatable. Some people prefer to start the base of their lasagna off with noodles. I am one that prefer to use the meat sauce so that the noodles can have something to stick to. This is just a personal preference when it comes to the base of your lasagna, but you do what you have been taught or what you prefer, okay? But this part is really, really soothing. I enjoyed doing this part. Now, I will say that the only bad thing that I have to say about this lasagna is that I wish that I would have gotten a deeper pan. I needed the same length, but I would have preferred like a deeper pan, if that makes sense. But despite all of that, it still turned out amazing. Oh my God, I wish you guys could have tasted it. Like, it's really, really was really, really good. And look, I still have some leftovers. Okay, I froze those other squares because yes, this is how good this lasagna was. Okay, but yes, try to get you a really deep pan. If you could stick with the same length that I have of this pan, but like a deeper version of it, I think you guys will be really, really good, because I noticed that as the lasagna began to bake, obviously it started rising some of the oils and stuff from the ground beef. But that is the only thing bad that I have to, or should I say the only critique that I have to really say about me making this lasagna. But yeah, so next time when I make it, I will get a deeper pan. But yes, also when it comes to the ricotta spread, you guys want to go ahead and use that whole like jar or container of the ricotta cheese, which was a very small one that I used, and just do it as just one layer. Like, don't try to layer it, just do one whole layer of it, and I think you guys will enjoy the results of that better than adding it on as like multiple layers. Now, as far as the cheeses that I use in this dish, aside from the ricotta, I also use some sliced provolone cheese that you can get from any deli. Now, I ended up getting the ones that you can go in and request for them to kind of slice it for you. I got this one from Walmart, and I used the non-smoked provolone. In total, it was 12 slices that I used. And then I also used 1 pound or one large block of mozzarella cheese that I actually shredded it up myself. I did not show me shredding it up on camera because I was trying to make this video as less as possible, or as short as possible. And yes, I feel like when you guys are making dishes like lasagna, it is best for you to grate or shred your own cheese, just so you won't have like that little powdery substance that's found on pre-shredded cheeses that you get from the grocery store. But yes, if you can just grate and shred your own cheese, I mean, it turned out amazing. You guys just stay tuned, and if you guys follow this recipe, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are going to finish layering up our lasagna dish, and then from there we are going to put this in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now, I did cover my pan with aluminum foil. I did not show me doing this, but I covered it with aluminum foil for like the first 30 minutes, and then afterwards I took the aluminum foil off and let it sit in the oven uncovered for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then you want to go ahead and take it out the oven. Now, I tried my hardest to let the lasagna sit after I got out the oven, but I was so hungry. Plus, I was trying to eat it before I headed to work. So, yes, I didn't let it sit the way that I should have, which is why, as you guys continue on to watch the video, you would see the runniness from the meat sauce that I put at the bottom. But it doesn't matter because, like I said, the next day when I decided to warm up some, it was really, really good. It was perfect. Everything was good. But yes, yeah, so just if you can, just kind of hold off from cutting your lasagna until it kind of sits for about 15 to 20 minutes outside of the oven. But yes, I also want to go ahead and do like a proper closing of this video. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. If you are subscribed to my channel, if you always like my videos, things of that nature, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you guys could have been on any other YouTuber's channel, but you guys decided to pay me a visit. And for that, I do thank you. And yes, until next time, this is your girl, Shanita C on Shanita C TV signing out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.